This episode is sponsored by Sqyire Sports, the most winning paintballs of 2012, putting teams on the podium at every event. Learn about the Imperial program at sqyiresports.com.
Gary Baum here from paintballphotography.com, and you're watching Social Paintball.
Here are top stories from the past week. PSP champions and challengers, protect yourself with Planet Eclipse, Russian snake Mykel Kovar, and Beast becomes a Yeti. The PSP has announced a major change to the Pro League, the Champions and Challengers divisions. The PSP website stated that the level of talent in the PSP Professional division is undisputedly the fiercest in the world. Teams from all divisions train week in and out to become ultimately one day professional team in the PSP. Actually, making the advancement into Pro, however, has historically been too large of a move for most teams to make. The PSP would like to change this by putting a system into place for fresh teams to move into an even stronger PSP Pro League. The PSP Professional teams will compete against each other in the 2013 PSP Dallas Open. The top 10 teams from that event will move on to the PSP's event number 2 and play in the newly established Champions division. They will perform on the main field for all glory in front of thousands of fans watching from PaintballAccess.com webcast and the PSP grandstands. The other pro teams from the Dallas Open will be enlisted in a new division known as the Challengers division. They will be joining other teams to be named at a later date. The group of teams in the Challengers division will use the same format and rules, but play on the secondary professional field during the prelims, and will play their final match on the main field for all the fans to watch. Starting after event number 2, the top 2 teams from the Challengers division in each event will move up and compete in the PSP Champions division for the following event. They will be replacing the bottom 2 finishers from the previous event's Champions division, who will instead perform in the Challengers division. This system of constant circulation will continue the event by event for seasons to come. It is now more important than ever for teams to give their all in each match, as they no longer have just one goal of winning the event, but must perform at their top in every game to make sure they don't suffer the consequence of being knocked down out of the Champions division into the Challengers division. Likewise, the Challengers division teams at each event have the option to perform and move up for the following event. The fight begins March 14th at PSP Dallas Open. Team registration for all divisions opens soon at pspevents.com. This week's winner is It's Paintball Time. Congrats, and we'll be in touch via YouTube. Planet Eclipse has just released some of this year's most important products for you, their new line of pads and gloves. Head on over to Planet Eclipse to check out 2 new versions of the Distortion gloves, as well as the Overload knee pads, neck protector, and most importantly, elbow pads. Play smart while you're young, so you still have knees and elbows when you're my age. Take my word on this one, that's all. Social Paintball's Margie Clark has posted an exclusive interview with Mykel Kovar of the Russian Legion. This season, Moscow Red Legion announced the addition of 2 players to their 2013 PSP roster. So if you want to get the scoop on the Legion's latest change-ups and get to know Mykel a little better, pop on over to the website for this exclusive in-depth interview. Pro teams are making some serious roster changes this year, some more than others. Here are the latest roster moves in the Pro division. San Antonio X Factor picked up longtime Ironman player Scott Kemps. They also recently added rookie Demetrius Ninios. Edmonton Impact signed Dave Beast Bains. And Impact has made most waves this preseason with all their acquisitions. They recently announced signing Greg Siewers and Justin Rabackoff. Upton 187 crew signed Josh Pike and Nick Roberts to the team. The Los Angeles Ironmen picked up Alex Goldman and Steven Pitts. That's about it for now. We've heard that there are some pending roster changes coming soon. We'll report on those when they're official. In other pro news, Houston Heat will be at Camp Pendleton Paintball Park this week practicing with San Diego Dynasty and LA Ironmen. We're sending Social Paintball videographer Chris Lowe to snag some vids for y'all to see, so stay tuned. We have just one viewer-submitted channel for this week, so please make a visit to The Gibby. It's a new channel that was put together their very first montage, so check them out and maybe sub them to keep track and see how they progress. As for me, no picks for this week, but in the spirit of my climate recently being an Arctic wasteland at negative 40-degree temperatures, but Dye is literally doing cooler things with snow sports. Recently, Dye snow athlete Dan Briss got an X Games silver medal in the real snow competition. And also Dye snow athlete Marcus Mallon got a bronze in the men's snowboard super pipe. Thanks again for watching. Please submit your news to the link below, and see you next Wednesday.
This episode is sponsored by Sqyire Sports, the most winning paintballs of 2012, putting teams on the podium at every event. Learn about the Imperial program at sqyiresports.com.